Hey, random thought here. Remember that time Natalia? Remember that time the Fox intern made like the biggest mistake of his life?
Poor guy.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm sure most of you remember this, but remember that time where Fox? Let me just pull up the article here. Remember that time Fox put out one of the fucking build your team things. And this is a very common thing in sports. So basically, um, they put out the build your team. Every team or player, whatever, what have you, has a price on it. So $5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah 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 blah. And
You basically have like $15 total to spend, and then there's like four people in a row, each worth like a certain dollar amount. One, two, three, four, five.
yeah. Now this poor Fox intern, probably getting paid like 13 an hour, decided to was probably tasked with making this for the women of WWE. And I'll just run through this quickly here. In the $5 category, you have Becky, Bailey, Sasha, and Charlotte, four horsewomen. That's no surprise there. In $4, you have Asuka, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray, Bianca Belair. In $3, Rhea, Ripley, Nia, Shayna, Bliss. $2, you got Naomi, Lana, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. And in the $1, you have Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Peyton Royce, and who is that right over there?
That must be our friend Natalya.
Natalya. Wow. Did she? Okay, she did. She didn't take this. She took this personally. This Fox intern fucking struck the biggest chord Natalya had.
Yeah, he did not make her happy at all. Basically, Natalia was upset about being put at $1 because
Yep.
she feels she's worth more than $1, maybe even $5. You know,
I have
top.
the quote. I have the quote here if you want me to read it out.
Please, that will bring a lot of context to our conversation.
Okay. And I quote, I believe she put this in a tweet on like a fucking
Yes.
pages, on like a fucking iPhone pages or whatever.
Yeah, it's one of
Whatever it's
those where
called.
like you make your iPhone note and then post the note.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I have struggled for years to figure out exactly what my worth is, but I won't allow anyone to pick that number for me. As hurtful as seeing this is, I want it to be known that if I ever find myself under all of these wonderful women, it's because I am a pillar and a foundation of what we're doing. So please, keep the $1, because everyone knows anything. Anyone who knows anything knows how priceless I am. Moving stuff. Very, very, tugs at the heartstrings.
Look, like I don't want to shit on Natalia, whatever, but like this is done in kayfabe and character based off of what's been done recently. When you look, her accomplishments are one-time SmackDown Women's Champion, one-time Divas Champion at that time. When you look at who's in the $5 slot, you have what was probably 10-time Women's Champion, 5-time, 3-time, 4-time, multiple-time Women's Champions, people who have had first ever Hell in a Cell match for the women, first ever women's pay-per-view main event, first ever NXT women's main event, yada yada yada, the whole
WrestleMania main event.
Well, I don't think it was at that point, but
No.
you know.
The triple threat. Becky,
Did
Charlotte.
it happen at that point?
Yeah, Bianca's here. There's a reason. This is fairly recent.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, we had women main events, Charlotte, Becky, and point is like this is all done in the sense of the character, how you're perceived on TV, not necessarily have to do with your wrestling abilities, more or less what you've accomplished.
Yeah. So if you look at the contact right now, you can see obviously the four horsewomen are going to be at the top. That's no fucking question, right? And then you have at this point, Asuka was Raw Women's Champion, Io was NXT Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray was
NXT Women's Champion,
NXT UK Women's Champion. Bianca,
UK, yeah.
If you've seen that picture, she just won the fucking Royal Rumble. She's pointing at the WrestleMania sign right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
You could see it, right? There and this was dated on February 18, 2021. Yes, she had won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you're right.
Rhea Ripley was just NXT Women's Champion, I think, yeah, not no, recently, yeah, at that point, and
Relatively
she was
recent,
just
yeah.
about to, yeah, she was just about to come onto the main roster. Nia and Shayna were currently the tag champs. Bliss was fucking broken at that point.
Yeah, she was in the whole Bray Wyatt ordeal.
Yes, redacted ordeal. Naomi and Lana. This one you could. Naomi was a 2-time women's champion, and I guess there's a little more debate there. Lana, this was a dumb. This is weird, very weird. In kayfabe, Lana probably is the weakest person next to Eva Marie.
Yeah, especially at that time.
Yeah, and Dakota and Raquel were a dominant tag team down in NXT at that point. And I think
first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, and I think this might have been. I don't know if this is before or after they won those titles.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember. It may have been before.
Before? Okay, yeah, but they were still on the up and coming, and they were still very dominant down there. And
they were doing their thing in NXT.
Exactly. And then you got the lower card guys. You got Liv, Ruby, and Peyton Royce. Billy Kay, I'm very sorry. Your headshot and resume didn't cut it for this. But then you have Natalya, who at that point didn't win shit for years.
Yeah, the last title she won was a SmackDown, which was like 2017?
17?
It wasn't 16 because that was the first year.
Yeah, and then she won.
Or maybe 18?
I think at that point, 2017.
2017, because 18 Carmella was champion, and then that's when the whole man thing started.
Exactly. Yep. So it was Natalya in 2017. She was SmackDown Women's Champion. She beat Naomi at SummerSlam.
Yes.
It had a very forgettable reign because I remember before we had to look this up to see who took the title off her. It was Charlotte. Should have guessed that one. Yes, should have guessed that one. But as you said, it's a fucking kayfabe list. It's in storyline. This has nothing to do with her as a person.
It's just one of those things, like, this is done with sports, like basketball, whatever, which is based off legitimate ability.
Yeah.
And, someone has to get placed in that $1. They don't really complain. But at the end of the day, this is the opinion of whoever wrote it. It's just like really any news article, honestly. It's not really to be taken any different. Thing is, like, it came from Fox. Fox doesn't work for WWE. Yeah, sure, they work with WWE, but Fox doesn't care if they bury a superstar, because remember, they're still putting the top at the list, the people who they see are bringing in the views, the ratings, whatever, which the Horsewomen obviously are doing that. So they knew, like, we're going to bring them in and, that, like, just do their thing.
Yeah. The other thing is, too, even, let's say this guy didn't know shit about wrestling. He probably just looked at the fucking roster and went, okay, who's the most popular one? Who has the most title reigns? It's...
Exactly.
Who are the current champions?
List on paper, then, like, this list isn't far off just based on a paper look. I mean, you could argue some people are misplaced.
Yeah.
But, relative, like, if you were to do it off paper, you could scooch Natalya up to $2, bring Lana down to $1, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then really, other than that, the list is pretty fair if you go solely off paper.
Yeah. But okay, you said it as well. They do this in other sports. Can you imagine if ESPN made a build your team $15, right? And they had the audacity to put, let's say it was Steph Curry, right? They had the audacity, the fucking gall to put him at $4. So Steph Curry busts out his iPhone, busts out the pages, and then says, "I know my worth. I was a fucking pillar for all the young NBA players. So you know what? You can take your $1, you can shove it up your ass." You know how fucking stupid he would sound if he did that.
Honestly, and one thing too, I want to give a shout out to Carmella. Not this has nothing to do with the whole. Like, this is going off from my love for her. But she tweeted out in response. She wasn't even on this list. She tweeted in response, like, what is this? I'm worth all $15, blah, blah, blah. And what does Fox do? They create a list, $15 each tier, and every single one is Carmella. Like, she played it off so well, not even being on the damn list.
Yeah,
She played it off in a joking way. They played it off in a joking way, made her a list where every single tier is $15 and it's just her.
Yeah.
Like, it was a great way to just play off something in a joking manner. Even if she took offense to it, she didn't show it, and
Yeah.
she just like, it was a good way to play it off. And you could have just been like $1. Oh well, I'm worth $5. Like you could have still done it in a more light manner, I guess, in a sense.
You can people may argue that this was in kayfabe, but you can't see you. She was a heel at this point to be whining like this. That this clearly isn't in character.
No, you can tell because the way she worded it, you could tell she was genuinely hurt, and people like fellow wrestlers were tweeting at her, you deserve better, yada yada yada. Like that didn't seem like it was a kayfabe thing on her part. It seemed like she legitimately was hurt by it.
And the thing is, like the men. I was trying to find a fucking picture of this. The Fox also made a build your own war games thing. Do you think you think like Adam Cole, if he was put at $4, you think he would have been complaining on Twitter? It would have been stupid and it would have been petty. This is strictly in kayfabe and storyline. You shouldn't be getting this mad at that. It's ridiculous.
And again, it's the opinion of whoever wrote. You got to remember, like this, whoever wrote it, this employee from Fox, this intern from Fox, they're more than likely being told by other people where to place them based off of how WWE has them in storyline. Because remember, they work with the WWE, so they're not gonna put Lana at $5, for example, if in storyline she's not even like she's never won a title.
It's so oh my god, this was so dumb. And Natalya, you don't need to go and list like you're a pillar for the women. No, but I don't think anyone can really dispute that. But
everyone gives her credit for that. Like,
yeah, they do.
Look, she helped keep the Divas division afloat. When they were all that, she was there from when kind of the Divas division started, saw through it, stuck around. She's reliable, providing solid matches, but obviously, just doesn't necessarily bring it as much as these new crop of women have in terms of like the match quality, if you will.
Yeah. But it's fucking like this isn't a shot at you. It's just showing how much the women the women that come after you have grown. The 4 horsewomen are amazing now. You see Asuka and Io and Bianca, who became essentially a megastar.
Exactly.
It's like, why you gotta take this so seriously? Just relax.
And mind you, too, she's being compared to the women of today, not like all time. They're not saying this is the all time list for women in WWE. It's just of today. And I'm sure if they went all time list, she could be placed higher. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like, she would definitely be placed on that list for all time.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. This tweet or the thing that Natalya posted, she didn't. That was completely unnecessary. She shouldn't have taken it so seriously. And I don't want it to. I hope she wasn't thinking that this is kind of like a gender issue, because the men also got that, and you don't see them, whining about it.
It's been done for, again, different sports for men and women, so it's not like it was just for them. And it's like, oh my god, she was placed at 1. A lot of people have been placed at the 1.
At least you're on the list. That's something. Billy Kay wasn't on this list. Zelina wasn't on this list. Who else was not on this list? Let me see. Maybe Aaliyah wasn't on the list, or
she wasn't.
Chelsea Green, who it's you're on the list, but at the end of the day, it's just a list. You don't gotta take it so seriously. You don't gotta try to defend yourself and say that your worth is. Of course, if you know your worth, congratulations. It's just a fucking list. You don't gotta take it so damn seriously.
And I think it's one of those things, everyone's gonna place themselves high up anyway, and there's nothing wrong with putting yourself up high.
Yeah.
But I don't know, again, it's just the opinion of someone. It's a little extra, but whatever. Hopefully she realizes now, don't need, like, there are people who value her, so she has her fans. Not like she doesn't.
Exactly. So
she gets a reaction when she comes out, and that's important. That's the most important at the end of the day. A reaction might not be loud, but it's reaction.
Okay, sure. Well, you know what? I don't want to. We won't get into that now. But yes, so I think I think we both said our piece.
Yeah, there's only so much you can go on. Anyway,
Yeah.
Natalia, you know your worth. Great for you. You're doing good now. Got the tag
Yeah.
team titles with Tamina. The run happened, and yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That was a run that definitely did happen. Well, this concludes the second episode of the Random Wrasslin. Hope you enjoyed. That was Jesus Christ, it was back in February. This was months and months ago.
Yeah, over.
We're a little,
What, over a year, like a year and a half ago? Over.
not a year, it was just 2021.
No, it was last. Was it? Oh my God, I do not have my time straight at all. Jesus
Come on,
Christ.
dude, get your fucking time right.
Jesus Christ, it happened. No, jeez, it was that soon?
2021.
Jesus Christ, it felt like it happened years ago.
All right, you know what? We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, Chris gets his fucking sense of time together. Eventually.
I mean, I believe it because the Royal Rumble thing for what's her face and the pictures they put, but whatever.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah, she won. She won it this year, right?
Yeah, and then even like that Sasha pictures from this year, Oscar with the title, Alexa. Yeah, whatever.
Bro, get your fucking shit together, man.
Whatever.
All right, now we're good. All right. Goodbye, everyone.